What's up, everybody? Anton Kraly here from eCommerceLifestyle.com, and welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, just know that this show is designed to help store owners increase their revenue, automate their operations, and become the authority in their niche. And right now, we are in episode 2 of a 4-part series that's all about dropshipping during a pandemic. So as we're going through COVID, as life and business is a little bit different, I'm sharing 4 different things that we're doing to make sure we continue to grow even when things aren't the same as they were. Now, business-wise, that doesn't mean they're bad, it just means they're different, and like always, it means we have to adapt. So again, this is part 2 of the series. If you missed the previous episode, I would highly recommend going back and listening to it. That episode was all about suppliers and how to increase units sold. I'm gonna link to that episode in the description. So again, if you missed it, you can hop back and check that one out. But what we're gonna be talking about today are your stores and how to increase conversions by modifying what you have on there to make sure you continue to get sales. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's episode of the podcast. Now, when it comes to store optimization, the first thing that's important to note are what are the current problems, right? What do we have to address so that we can continue to get sales and make money? Now, one of the biggest problems is that best sellers may be out of stock. Another problem is that shipping dates may be delayed. And another problem is that customers are hesitant to spend. Now, we could talk about each of these and why, but the main reason with bestsellers possibly being out of stock and shipping dates being delayed, that's kind of one and the same. That's basically because what happened is we had the Chinese New Year. That means everything in China was basically closed for a month. Then as things were starting to reopen, the coronavirus hit China. Factories didn't open right away. By now, basically everything is open, just so you're aware, and products are shipping again. But we had this window where basically our suppliers were expecting new products to come into their warehouses, but those products never came because China was closed. That meant we didn't have products in stock, some of the best sellers, and that meant that inventory dropped, and that meant some of the ETAs for future shipments were also pushed out. Now, customers being hesitant to spend, I'm sure you can guess why. Unemployment right now, even though it's getting back to a better number, is really, really high. And there are a lot of people right now that aren't feeling that secure. They don't know when they're gonna go back to work. They don't want to spend their money. They don't really want to go ahead and just say, let me invest $1,000 in this thing right now. Let me replace my sofa. Let me order a new desk. Let me get some cool big lamps, right? They're kind of waiting, like, should I wait and maybe buy later? So these are some of the problems that every e-commerce store owner has been dealing with. And what I want to talk about in this episode of the podcast is the solutions. So how are we dealing with this? Well, first off, one of the things we're doing is recommending similar products. We're also restructuring our home pages and our collection pages. We're also being extremely clear and making sure we inform all of our website visitors of the shipping dates. We're also promoting financing. We're also collecting more leads, and we're also making sure that we are installing remarketing codes everywhere, and we're building up our remarketing audiences. So what I want to do is talk about all of these things that we're doing one by one, and hopefully you get the takeaways here and the tips so that you can make these changes on your own business so that you can experience the growth that we're experiencing right now, even during a pandemic. And I'll also say, before we dive into the specifics, if you are listening to this episode right now and you're like, oh, this is all really good, this is valuable, but I don't even have a store yet, my advice would be still hang out, because this will be beneficial to you if you're planning on starting at any point in the near future. And if you are planning on starting, I would highly recommend after this podcast, you go over to dropshipwebinar.com. I'll link that in the description as well. I have a free training there that shows you step-by-step how we're building highly profitable semi-automated stores. Now, the first thing, recommending similar products. So when products are out of stock and there's no ETA from your supplier, what you should do is not remove those product pages from your store, but you should recommend similar products on those product pages. So I'll give you an example. Right now, I'm at a stand-up desk. It's a white stand-up desk. I think it's about maybe 5 feet wide, and it's pretty generic, right? Something similar comes from a whole bunch of different companies. So if I sold this specific one and it was back ordered and it was out of stock, I wouldn't take that product off my website, But on that product page, I would show this product is out of stock, ETA for shipment is whatever it is. If you're looking for something fast, check out this alternative or check out these alternatives. And then I'd be linking to the products on my store that were most similar. So other white stand-up desks in that scenario that were about the same size, that were either a little bit better, a little bit worse in terms of quality. The main point is as close you can get as what's out of stock. Link to that from those product pages so that people can still find something that they can get right now if the shipping date is something that would cause them to not buy. So definitely do this. It's been very helpful and it'll have people still be able to buy from you that are willing to wait, but it'll also be able to take care of those people that want something now. Now, the next thing that we're doing as a solution, and that I recommend you do as well, is restructuring homepages and collection pages. Because when products are out of stock with no clear ETAs, you have to be sure to remove these products from your homepage and from the top of your collection pages. So let's just say on the homepage of your store, you have a best sellers section, and there's 4 products going across the screen. Well, if 3 of those products are back ordered for 2 months, guess what? It's time to think of some new bestsellers. It's time to get that valuable screen real estate off of your homepage and swap them out with products that can ship now. And let's just say in one of the collections on your Shopify store, the top section there, the top row of products are all back ordered. Well, you're going to want to recategorize them and push up all the ones that are in stock that can ship fast. Again, don't remove, don't delete, don't hide the ones that are back ordered, but in that prominent real estate of your website, you want to put the products that will ship now that customers can get fast. Now, when it comes to informing website visitors of shipping dates, this is extremely important because right now people are hesitant to order because they really don't know, like, is it business as usual? If I place an order on the store, am I going to get my product in X amount of days, or am I going to have to wait? So what we do, and what I recommend you do, is right by the add to cart button on your product pages, just put a note that has an estimated arrival date. Now, the way we do this is with a custom code that's built into the Dropship Lifestyle Shopify theme. You could do this manually, or you can hire a developer to write code yourself or for you if you're not part of Dropship Lifestyle and you don't have our theme. But showing customers when the product will arrive or when it's estimated to arrive before they even add to cart is a big deal. I recommend doing this year round, but right now it's extremely important to overcome any of that hesitation of, will I have to wait? And again, what we do in addition to this is follow up with an email if that product is not there. So I'll show you how to do this in just a minute. But another option is if you don't have the Dropship Lifestyle Shopify theme, again, if you're not a member of Dropship Lifestyle, or if you don't want to hire a developer to write you a custom code that will show real-time estimated arrival dates, what you can do is use an app. This is kind of like a way of hacking it together, but you can use an app from the Shopify App Store that is called Quick Announcement Bar, and it's from a company called Hextom. I'll link to that too in the description. But what's cool about this is it basically shows a notification bar across the top of your store, and you can set the notification to be different based on page URLs, based on collections. You basically can have it change from page to page on your store. So what you could do is if you knew supplier ABC had products back ordered for 2 months, on all of those product pages, you can use that quick announcement bar to show this product is back ordered, estimated ship date is whatever it is. And then in the settings of the app, you can change it. So for the products that are in stock, this product is shipping as normal. Estimated delivery is 3 to 5 business days, right? Whatever it is for your store. So that's been really helpful as well. Just keep customers informed and don't make them ask first, right? Just tell them, be proactive about it so you don't lose that traffic and have them not turn into customers. Now, I mentioned after people buy products that are back ordered, we're also sending emails just so we know that they know that the product isn't arriving in the normal amount of time. Even though it's on our product pages, we just want to double confirm this so we don't have to deal with any customer service issues in the future. So the way we do this is through a tool called Zapier. I love it. I have a whole bunch of training on it inside of the Dropship Blueprint. But what we do is if an order comes in from a supplier where the products are back ordered, we'll have an email go out automatically saying this product is back ordered until whatever the estimated ship date is. Please confirm you're willing to wait, right? We build it up more than that, but something similar when it comes to the messaging. That way, not only did you show them on your website, but now you're emailing them to confirm, and that should really reduce the amount of customer service you have to deal with moving forward. Now, the way we are overcoming people being hesitant to spend is by promoting financing. And I really recommend you're doing this as well if you're not already. So what this allows us to do is give customers the option to buy what they want now, but not have to worry about using their actual money from their bank account, not seeing their cash balance go down while we're still in lockdown over here. So a couple ways we do this. One of them is with Klarna, and Klarna it's not an app, they have a Shopify app, but it's a service that basically integrates with Shopify that provides financing to customers. And the way it works is the person pays through Klarna. As the store owner, you get the money right away, and then the person can make payments to Klarna. Now, we also accept PayPal credit. Same thing, person pays with PayPal credit, PayPal gives us the money right away, and then the person can make interest-free payments to PayPal up to 6 months at 0%. So if you're selling high-ticket products like we do, and like I recommend, I highly recommend you start accepting financing and talking about it more if you're not already. Now, next big change to make to your store here is to collect more emails. So people right now are window shopping. There's a lot more internet traffic. There's a lot more social traffic than there was even a few months ago because people don't have anything to do. People are working at home. Some people are out of work. People are just bored. So they're on their phones more than ever. They're on the computer more than ever. And traffic is way up, but a lot of it is those window shoppers, people that aren't as ready to buy right now. So make sure if you don't already have a strong lead gen system set up on your website, you get one set up. So some of the ways that we are collecting email leads are through abandoned carts, through exit intent overlays, through lead magnets, through product giveaways, through discount codes, through spin to win and gamifying our different pages. All of these, by the way, if you're a member of Dropship Lifestyle, this is all taught in the Dropship blueprint, like exactly what they look like and how to set them up, how to put them on your store. But if for some reason you're listening to this and you're not doing it yet, do it now because this is the time. And the tool that we use for all of this is called Klaviyo. It's, at this point in time, hands down the best Shopify email solution. Now, next thing I want to talk about in this podcast, in this part 2 of this 4-part series, is installing remarketing codes. Going back to this whole window shopper thing that's happening right now, you want to be sure that you're capturing all these people, not only via email, but via tracking pixels so that you can follow up with them for the next few months. And when they're ready to buy, they choose you. So make sure if you don't have it already, that you put the Google remarketing tag on your store and make sure your Facebook pixel is also linked to your store. That way you have this data, you have these audiences, and you can run really strong promotions in the future. So just to recap, guys, some of the store optimization solutions that we just covered in this podcast. First was recommending similar products and how we do that, restructuring our home pages and collection pages, informing website visitors of shipping dates, promoting financing, collecting more leads, and installing remarketing codes. And when you do this, you're going to be directing people to buy products that they can actually get. And you're also going to be giving them creative ways to pay, which is then just going to further increase your conversion rate. So that's it for episode 2, guys. I hope you found it valuable. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast if you're not subscribed yet, because in the next podcast episode, we're going to move on to part 3 of the series that is all about paid traffic and how to increase your return on ad spend. So get subscribed to the podcast. And again, if you're new here, be sure to go to dropshipwebinar.com where you can learn how we build highly profitable semi-automated stores. So thanks everybody for tuning in. If you got value, please leave a review and give it a like. And with that being said, I will talk to you in the next episode of the eCommerce Lifestyle Podcast. See everybody.
Hey, what's up guys? Anton here again, and I hope you got some real value out of that video you just watched. If you did, you should definitely check out this one or this video right here. I do 2 new ones every week. You'll see a subscribe button right here. And if you want my free training that is 2.5 hours long of value with 237 niches, click this button right down here. It'll take you to where you need to go.